How did people wake up if they needed to get up before a rooster would crow?
Hi, my name is Robert Weathers. I portray George Wythe here at the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation, and this is a really interesting question. I say that because this question makes me ask a couple of other questions. The first question that I have is, why do you need to get up so early in the morning? You see, people in the 18th century tend to think about time differently than us, and part of the reason for that is that there's no plane to catch, there's no train to catch, and there's no coach that's going to leave exactly on time without you in it. So while I might have to wake up from time to time and drive from Williamsburg to Richmond to catch a 6 a.m. flight, that doesn't exist in the 18th century. Well, maybe you don't need to catch a plane or a train, but you just want to get up and do something else. Are you going to do some farm work? Probably not in the dark. And if you've ever tried to get up just to read or pass the time, well, reading by candlelight's pretty tough. Even reading by fireplace light is pretty tough. Probably not going to get up to do that. The second question that I have to ask is, well, why are we depending upon the rooster to do this? I'll tell you a little secret. I used to live in the historic area here, and my house was right next to a rooster. And that rooster would crow at all times of the day and night. As a matter of fact, there are many occasions where I would wake up in the middle of the night and wonder why the rooster was crowing at 2 in the morning. The notion that the rooster crows at dawn is nice, it's romantic, it is a movie notion, a modern notion so far as I can tell. It's something that we see a lot in cartoons, but not in reality. The third question that I have for you is, well, where do you live? Where are you sleeping that night? If you live out on a farm, well, you're probably going to have to depend on a family member to wake you up if there's nobody else to do it. Maybe mom or dad can wake you up. Let's just say you want to get up and make a nice birthday card for your brother or your sister. Well, you're going to need somebody to do that. Or hey, maybe you'll just wake up when that rooster crows at 2 in the morning and get it done. If you don't live on a farm, maybe you live on a plantation. Well, if you live on a plantation, you're probably going to be living around some enslaved people as well who serve the household. Typically speaking, those who work in the house are going to be waking up early in the morning anyway by their natural circadian rhythm to get the work done that they have to do before the free members of the household wake up in the morning. You could ask one of them to wake you up, but what if you are a soldier? Well, if you're a soldier, there are night sentrymen who keep guard over the camp while everyone else is asleep. One of their jobs is actually to wake up the fifers and drummers who will then play the reveille to wake everyone else in the camp. If you need to get up early, I'd talk to a night sentryman. But what if you live in a city? Maybe you live in London, maybe you live in Philadelphia, or maybe you live right here in Williamsburg. Well, as you know, cities tend to get bustling a little earlier than, say, a farm or even a plantation. So maybe you could ask somebody to wake you up who's going to be getting up anyway. Or if you're in a tavern, you could ask the tavern keeper, or have the tavern keeper tell one of the enslaved people who are going to be getting up as well to wake you up in the morning. In short, if you want to get up in the morning, don't rely on the rooster. He's not going to be very reliable. Rely on somebody else who either is going to be getting up anyway or has been up through the night.